Good evening, everyone. It's Avanti here from Avanti's Tutorials. Today, I'm here with some science concepts. Before I start with, yes, as usual, I thank all of you for your kind and huge support. Please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Your subscription means a lot. Today we will see something related to nutrition. Before I start with nutrition, let us see a differentiation between living things and non-living things. Living things means what? It undergoes certain metabolism and they have their own self characteristics. Those are called as living beings. Non-living things means what? Those who don't have life, isn't it? For example, chair, table. These are the what non-living things. Living things will comprise of plants also and animals also. So today, first we will see nutrition in plants. So what does this word nutrition mean? Let's see. Nutrition in plants. So nutrition means whatever is consumed. Consumed म्हणजे खाल्ले गेलेला आहे, घेतलं गेलेलं आहे, intake. तो intake after crushing it is utilized. That is called as nutrition. Means whatever is consumed by the plants, later it is used for certain metabolic activities. Now which are those metabolic activities? Respiration, absorption, circulation, reproduction, to continue your life. That is called as nutrition. Now this nutrition is classified into two types: autotropic nutrition and heterotropic nutrition. Autotropic or trophic nutrition, and the other one is heterotropic nutrition. Let's see of the first one. This first auto, it means self. Auto, it means self, and troph means nutrition. So now this meaning itself make you understand that what is autotropic nutrition means self nutrition. Now what does it mean? Plants which are dependent for their food on themselves, or those who can synthesize their own food, they are called as autotrophs. Such kind of plants are called as autotrophs, and the type of nutrition which they follow is known as autotropic mode of nutrition. Now what is the example? The best example, all green plants. All green plants. Why? Because they synthesize, they produce their food by the process of photosynthesis. Now no doubt we are dealing with nutrition in plants, but still what we say, autotropic means those who make their own food. Now if we move towards animals, yes, nutrition in animals, again that is a separate topic that I'll be posting in next video. But animals is under animals we have a number of categories. If we see with mammals, that is human beings. In mammals also, not only human beings, there are others also. Mammals means actually those who give birth to their young ones directly. So human beings also cook their own food. Do they come under autotrophs? No. The reason is that they prepare their own food, but for preparing it they have to use other ingredients, and those you receive either from the plants or animals. That's why we fall under heterotrophs. So plants, those who synthesize their own food, they are called as autotrophs, and they synthesize this with the help of green pigment called as chlorophyll. Chlorophyll means itself, I said the word pigment. Pigment means by itself it has got a specific color, and that color helps wherever that pigment is present. That pigment will make that particular object into its color. So in leaves this chlorophyll pigment is present, and that's why usually the leaves are of green color. I said usually, that's why. So my intention is all plants, they don't have green leaves, okay? So usually the best example of autotropic mode of nutrition are green plants, okay? So what is autotropic mode of nutrition? A mode of nutrition where plants, they synthesize their own food. Now which process they use? Yes, of course it's a photosynthesis. Photosynthesis. Now see, photo means light. Synthesis means in presence of and to break down. So plants, those who prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis with the help of this green pigment chlorophyll, they fall under the category autotropic mode of nutrition, or they are the autotrophs. So what are examples? Mango tree, banyan tree, your vegetable trees, maybe climbers, maybe rose plant, and number of green plants. Next type of mode of nutrition is heterotropic mode of nutrition. Heteros means other or another. Heteros means either, other, or another. And troph means nutrition. So they are dependent on other mode of nutrition. It can be either a plant or animal. They being heterotrophs will be not always be plants. They can be animals also, and even if they are plants, they can be dependent on some animals. There are some plants, those who eat animals, not animals directly but insects. That's why heterotropic mode of nutrition, it is classified into 4 types further. That we will see later. But what is heterotropic mode of nutrition? A mode of nutrition where plants are dependent for their food on some other resource or source. Now, heterotropic mode of nutrition is classified under 4 categories. Heterotropic mode of nutrition is classified under 4 categories. Which are they? First is parasitic. Means the plants, those who fall under this heterotropic mode of nutrition category, they are at times known as parasitic. Next is saprophytic. Third one is insectivorous. And fourth is symbiotic. So the first is parasitic. It means that they are dependent upon the host plant, maybe partially or completely. Host plant. Host means the another one. Host means the another one. They grow with that particular plant. Their roots, they themselves go under the ground. That roots get entrapped with the other plant. So you can see that 2 plants are growing simultaneously sometimes. But that 2 plants which are inculcated with one another, एक दूसरे में एक साथ ही grow हो रहे ऐसे दिखता है. But one is acting as a host and another is acting as a parasite. तो एक उसको खा रहा है. ठीक है? So those are called as parasitic plants. What are the examples now? There are n number of examples for parasitic plant. For parasitic plant, best example I would give you is Cuscuta and mistletoe. Cuscuta is the best example. You can see these diagrams on the Google also. What is a Cuscuta type of plant and what is this type of plant? Now saprophytic. Sapros and phytic. Let's find out the meaning of this. Sapros and phytic. Sapros means rotting or rotting you call, and phytos means a plant. Now rotting means what? Dead or decaying material. So a plant which is dependent upon a dead plant, a decayed plant, or an animal, that is called as a saprophytic plant. Plant which is dependent upon dead or decayed material, that is called as saprophytic plant. Now what are the examples? There are n number of examples for saprophytic plant. That is an Indian pipe or coral plant. Indian pipe or coral plant. Next is insectivorous. Insectivorous, the name itself indicates that a plant which is dependent upon other insects. The plant which is dependent upon other insects for its nutrition. The best example is Venus flytrap, or else it can be sundew also. Then symbiotic, the name itself indicates here the process of symbiosis is followed. What is the process of symbiosis? The plants from two different species, they instead of saying grow each other, what they do is they grow for each other. So for the best example I can give you is from a relation between a fungus and an algae, that is a lichens, or you can say lichens. Next is rhizobium. It's a type of bacterium plant. So what are symbiotic plants? These plants, they are attached symbiotically, means they have some relations, or they carry forward the characteristics from both of them, and then they are dependent for the food on one another. That is called as symbiotic type of plants. So what is the type of what type of nutrition today we have seen, or we have seen nutrition in plants, that is classified into two types: autotropic mode of nutrition and heterotropic mode of nutrition. Before that I made you to understand what is nutrition, then classification. After classification, heterotropic nutrition is classified into four types: parasitic, saprophytic, insectivorous and symbiotic. Hope I tried to make it useful for all of you. Before I conclude, I request all of you, please keep on liking, sharing and subscribing my channel. Thank you. Good night.